Okay, so basically what I'm going to be going over is the tutorial on basic beat making with the Korg ESX-1. I'm going to go over a little bit of the functions of the drum machine and then basically pick out some stock sounds that are already into the drum machine and create a very simple beat just to show you how easy it is. Now, if you're completely unfamiliar with the drum machine, it's very user-friendly. You have basically, I think it is 9 drum parts, you have 2 keyboard parts, and then 3 stretch parts. Now you can use the factory samples, or you can use the loaded samples that you put in there from your computer or whatever you want to sample from. Now right now it's completely a clear pattern and it's on one length. There's nothing but stock drum sounds in there. What I'm going to do is pick some samples right now. So we have a kick, snare, we'll get a clap, hi-hat, and some percussive instruments like conga, and we'll do a bongo. Now this is really very simple. Now for the keyboard part, if you're not familiar, it's completely a range of a keyboard. So you can use it as basically a keyboard to make melodies or whatever you're going to do, but you can hear it's going up the octave and obviously down as well. So this is really cool for drums or pianos, guitars, vocals. You can make cool melodies with that. Now how I start off is I mute the entire sample section, so all the keys are muted, and I'll basically hand make a little beat. So now I'll tap tempo, the tempo or the rhythm that I want to be going at, and that was about at 110, so just 110, and I will use a sound like this bongo sound right here as a metronome, and I'll just put it as a straight beat. So when you play it, basically this is the timing of the beat. Now you can edit this out later or however, whatever you're going to do, but I just use this as the metronome. Now obviously first we need to start off with a kick and a snare just to kind of get the basic groove down. You hit record and then mute everything but the one sound that you're going to use as your metronome, which is in this case the bongo. And you'll hear it. Dun, 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 dun. Now with the kick, I'm just going to real time record it in there with the snare. Now you can see it quantizes perfectly with it. Sometimes it can be a little off if your timing was off, but more or less you're going to be able to get it pretty accurately. Now what I can do is now I can mute the bongo, and I've got a basic drum right here. Now the same purpose for any other sound. If I want to add, say, this hi-hat next, make sure you mute everything but what you want to be playing. So right now it's just what we just recorded. Now what I'm going to do is overdub a hi-hat over that. So you hit record again, you make sure that you've highlighted or unmuted the sounds, basically the kick and the snare in this case. And as you can see, it quantizes that again, so now you have the kick, the snare, and the hi-hat. Now I'm going to keep going and add this clap. So again, you mute all your parts except for the ones you want playing. Now we have the kick, the snare, the clap, and the hi-hat. And you can change the samples, this is basically just a template groove here. let's say I didn't like that hi-hat or the kick, I can go into the part edit and reassign the sample, whatever you're going to be playing. So in this case, the hi-hat, see, I'm not liking that too much. In real time, I'll change it. And this basically just provides you a good way to, get a basic groove and then edit what sounds you want in there. And obviously the part and the edit functions up here I'll get into later, but you can very easily manipulate everything to your liking. Now I'm going to go back to what we originally had, and now I'm going to do a keyboard part. Now I'm going to use a bass drum actually, and you can hear it. It's kind of low, but just go to a higher octave so you can hear it better. And I'm just going to basically, same thing, in real time, edit kind of a bass right in there. And when you hit it, it should play right there. So you can hear it's a little bit off. What I can do is change that easily. Just take that off and start again. Now let's say I'm not too thrilled with that sound, or I want to put in a different part, maybe a synth part or something. You find whatever part you want to use. In this case, I'll just use, just a saw wave, and you'll hear it. Now again, with the keyboard part, you have two, so you can do this with harmonies and harmonize stuff with whatever sounds you're going to use. Now this is set to a 1 length just for the video purpose, but it goes up to 8, so you can create tons of different sequences and different arrangements with this. But again, for the video, I'm just keeping it very simple. Now what I'll do is I'll harmonize that with some other instrument here, and you'll hear it. Basically, I'm picking out a square wave to complement that saw, and it's too high, so I'm going to find something a little bit lower, and you'll hear it. Now, it's probably best if you want to find out what key you're using. I'm just going to go ahead and do that with the saw. It looks like it's, and if you play it, if you find the right octave it's on, you can see it will play, and this will be the key, which is 6, 8, 9, and 4, which is D, E, F, and C, I believe. So again, I'm going to go to this sound. It's the new sound. Kind of harmonize with that just to get something going here. Now again, this is just for the video. Obviously you can pick out different sounds to make it harmonize and sound a little bit better than that, but you get the basic idea.